Hello and welcome to Byju's IAS. Let's get started and look into our daily quiz. Let's look into the first question. Which of the following varieties of Indian coffee have been awarded geographical indication? Coorg Arabica, Wayanad Robusta coffee, Chikmagalur Arabica coffee, Araku Valley Arabica coffee. Which of them have been given geographical indication? The answer to this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference of coffee in this article. When we look into the options, we have the Coorg Arabica, which has been given the geographical indication status from the state of Karnataka, where it is produced in one of the regions called as Kodagu districts. When we look into the Wayanad Robusta coffee, this is being given the geographical indication status from the region of Wayanad, which happens to be one of the districts in the state of Kerala. Then we have Chikmagalur Arabica coffee, which is specifically grown in Chikmagalur district. Where is it? It is in the state of Karnataka. And then finally what we have is the Araku Valley Arabica coffee, which is grown on the hill tracts of Visakhapatnam, which happens to be in the state of Andhra Pradesh. When we look into the Araku Valley Arabica coffee, this is produced by the Araku tribals where they follow an organic approach. They emphasize on some of the important management practices which involves organic manures, green manuring and organic pest management practices as well. So kindly remember, when it comes to the Araku Valley Arabica coffee, this is produced by the tribals following organic approach. Now, when we look into the article says that all those regions in the southern part of India where coffee is being grown, in certain regions there was excessive amount of rainfall. Because of this rainfall, they are expecting a drop when it comes to the coffee production, says this article. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this article. Now, let's look into the next practice question. Twin deficit is used to refer to a nation's capital account deficit and fiscal deficit simultaneously, revenue deficit and current account deficit, primary deficit and current account deficit together, current account deficit and a simultaneous fiscal deficit. The answer to this is, when we are speaking about twin deficit, it involves current account deficit and a simultaneous fiscal deficit. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference of fiscal deficit in this article. So when it comes to current account, we have the exports, imports, which results in trade balance, invisibles, which includes services, transfers and income, and when it comes to capital account, it includes external assistance, external commercial borrowings, short-term credit, banking capital and foreign investments. So what is this current account deficit? When we are speaking about current account deficit, this is nothing but the country's trade where the value of goods and services is comparatively far less when it comes to the exports in comparison to the imports. When the imports are far greater than the exports, which is what results in what is called as current account deficit. So when we have current account deficit and fiscal deficit together, that is what is called as twin deficit. Now let's look into the next practice question. E-Dakhil portal, recently seen in news, is an e-governance service for mainstreaming legal aid to the marginalized communities, a consumer grievance readdressal portal launched by National Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission, a web portal which make land records available to people with unique identification numbers, a government to business portal which aims at improving the ease of doing business in India. Which of the statement makes a correct description about E-Dakhil portal? The answer to this is a consumer grievance readdressal portal, that which was launched by the National Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference given in the PIB article. What is this E-Dakhil portal? We have the Consumer Protection Act of 2019, which has come into force. What would happen? According to this particular legislation, it has given one of the criteria where a consumer, in case he has a problem with one of the products, he would be able to file an application with its grievance on an online portal. So we would have the consumer and his advocate who would be able to put out their grievance on the commission's portal. That portal is what is called as the E-Dakhil portal. So what would happen? They would have their grievance. This should be put up on the portal. portal. So what we would have is the Consumer Commission, which will scrutinize this whole process, whether it is meeting the intended parameters. If it is meeting so, it will be accepted by this particular commission. Then if it is not meeting the parameter, it will be rejected by the commission, and if it is accepted, suitable complaint will be taken up by the commission and will be forwarded to the designated authorities. So the designated authorities will look into this particular issue and will address the grievance of the consumer. Apart from this, the consumer will also be able to receive all the notices on time. He would be also able to check whether his particular application is being processed. So all these processes will also be provided under the eDakil portal. Also remember, to facilitate the rural consumers, what we have is this integration with the common service centers so that they can also file their objections and grievances when it comes to the consumer readdressal. It is this that we have to understand in reference to the PIB article. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statements with respect to consumer price index for industrial workers. The index is the oldest among CPI indexes, as its dissemination started as early as in 1946. The base year of CPI IW is 2001. It is compiled and maintained by Labour Bureau and attached office of Ministry of Labour and Employment. Which of the above statements is or correct? The answer to this is 1 and 3. Yes, the first statement is right. That is because the index happens to be the oldest among the CPI indexes. The base year of CPI IW is not 2001, but this has been changed to the year 2016. So kindly remember, the base year for the CPI IW happens to be 2016. And yes, it is compiled and maintained by the Labour Bureau, which happens to be an attached office of the Ministry of Labour and Employment. So this CPI IW is compiled as per the international best practices as given by the International Labour Organization. What will the Labour Bureau do? This is an attached office of Ministry of Labour and Employment which compiles the consumer price index for the industrial worker every year on the basis of retail prices, that which has been collected from 317 markets spread over 88 industrially important centers in the country. The index is compiled for 88 centers and all India and is released on the last working day of the succeeding month. So do remember, when it comes to this particular consumer price index for industrial worker, it is primarily used to regulate the dearness allowance for all the government employees and the workers in the industrial sector. It is also used in fixation and revision of the minimum wages in the scheduled employments. Besides, it is also used for measuring the inflation in the retail prices. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference given in the PIB article. Now let's look into the next practice question. According to India's national policy on biofuels, which of the following can be used as raw material for the production of biofuels? Cassava, damaged wheat grains, groundnut seeds, horse gram, rotten potatoes, sugar beet. Select the correct answer using the code given below. The answer to this is 1, 2, 5 and 6. This happens to be a previous year question of the year 2020. When we look into this particular proposal, we have what is called as bioethanol. Bioethanol are ethanol produced from biomass such as sugar containing materials, which include sugarcane, sugar beet, sweet sorghum, etc. And when it comes to the same bioethanol, it can also be generated from starch containing materials such as corn, cassava, rotten potatoes, algae, etc. It can also be produced from cellulose materials such as bagasse, wood waste, agriculture and forestry residues, or other renewable sources like industrial waste as well. Since it does not make a mention of groundnuts and horse gram, the answer to this is 1, 2, 5 and 6. Now let's look into the fact of the day. The fact of the day is about Asia Economic Dialogue. What is this Asia Economic Dialogue? This happens to be a flagship geo-economics conference of the Ministry of External Affairs. The Asia Economic Dialogue is jointly convened by the Ministry of External Affairs and Pune International Center. The Pune International Center happens to be a policy research think tank that which is based in Pune. This is the fifth edition of the AED and the second organized by the PIC. The theme for this year's conference is Post COVID 19 Global Trade and Finance Dynamics. According to this particular theme, as given for the year 2021, they have the objective of identifying what are the major constraint areas when it comes to the economics. So they look at trade and economics, they look at trade and finance, and focus especially when it comes to Asia as a continent. So in case there are issues with respect to the COVID-19, what could be the implications of it and how do we overcome this particular issue is what is this Asia Economic Dialogue all about. This conference, which happens to be a major international event, features high level participation from the bureaucrats, from the foreign ministers, from the industrial experts and trade experts so that they can discuss and come up with the solutions. So the Asia Economic Dialogue is one of the unique dialogues which is based in India, where Asia gets primary focus with reference to trade, finance and business opportunities. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this article. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. All the best.